Alright guys, got something I'm going to share with you. This is banana chartreuse. Should I try to remember the names? These all have names. It's different. I think it's in score. Okay, I can't remember them all right now. Alright. Banana lime. They're all under LC shad. Okay, banana blue. That's been the hot one. Banana pink has worked good, so we're putting them on there. Now, slide up. Here's the new colors. Now this color is the Tennessee shad. Alright? Y'all see me make videos with that one. So here's what we add to it. Alright? This is Tennessee shad chartreuse. Isn't that pretty? Almost looks like a baby bass, doesn't it? Alright? Tennessee shad blue. And that's the same blue I used on the banana. It's funny how you can put two colors together and one of the colors will rob and make the other color look different, isn't it? Okay, even the pink. It's the same pink. See how bright this pink looks with the green? The green makes it look a lot brighter, doesn't it? That's Tennessee shad pink. Now, one of the things I did do to these three colors is I added a touch more gold highlight to them. If y'all can see that in that green. The back is green. It's just color green with a gold highlight. Yep. So, guys, they're gonna be good. That's 8. I got one more color I hadn't made stock in it. Right now, I've made stock in all these. Okay, these are ready. I'm gonna send the pictures probably Friday. I'll send them to my son, so I don't know what time he can get on it. It might be Monday or Tuesday before he gets it done. All right, I'm gonna go here to another piece of paper. I'm laying these on paper, guys, because I think I show it better. This is the Fathead Winner. Now, this is the banana pepper color. It's already on the site. What's coming new? This is the same thing in the big one now. This is Tennessee shad, chartreuse belly. Now you can see the difference in there, how much that chartreuse shows up. Alright. This is Tennessee shad pink. Isn't that pretty? Yep. And this is the Tennessee shad blue. Yep. I decided to go ahead and make those in the Fathead. And I'll tell you what made me decide that is the sales of them, guys. I put these on, what did they come on last Friday? I think I told you all about them Sunday, in the Sunday's video. And sales took off. I've sold a bunch of them. I was worried about making a bunch of colors in them, as you heard me say it before. I don't want to make up a bunch of stock and they're not going to sell. Since I see that y'all are interested in them, and they are going to sell, I'm going to add a few more colors, okay? It's a good little bait. It should do well. Should be a good downsize bait to fall to when fishing's tough. When you need that downsize a little bit. Y'all watch Crappy Connection. I know some of y'all do. I see your names on there. But when you leave comments. Last night, I didn't watch it last night. I watched it early this morning. I watched it like 7 o'clock this morning. after they do their live, they post it, right? I watched that and I kind of jumped through it. Because they got talking about the show up north, wherever it's at. I'm not going to that show, so when they got talking about that for about 5-10 minutes, I'd jump maybe longer. I just kept jumping through that because I would like to go. I would like to see it. But guys, it'd be 16, 18-hour drive for me. I'd be better off getting a plane and fly up there and back. Yeah, I'm not doing as good to a show, right? So I jumped through that. But they got to talk about what they're using now. Is one of the best things they're using to catch fish on. And both those guys are guides. They'll catch them on the Itsy Bitsy Swimmer. It's 1.25 inches. These are 1.5 inches. Now that little bait, that mini, some of y'all ordered them. You probably got them by now. Some of you probably done got them. It's 1.25 inches. It's small. In the picture on the site, you see the penny lane beside of it. It's small. I got one rigged right here. Now I've got some size 10 hooks. Haven't sold any yet. So here's a little size 10 jig. Touch back camera. All right. There's that little size 10 jig on the mini. Fits it good, doesn't it? You can use an 8. If you got some of the 8s, the 8s will just come out back a little further. You can see how it comes up at the right place. That's a 10. Now I know a lot of y'all guys pour your own jig, so there you go. All right, folks, y'all ready to get started? Okay, hope y'all look over those new colors. Tell me what you think of them. I'm real excited about them. You know, Sam and I played with a lot of those colors, and some other folks too. Donnie and Sid did, and we done really good on them. Now the Tennessee colors, well, one of those, I mentioned one of those, chartreuse. The chartreuse one, I think is the only one that I didn't make up in pre-test. So there you go. Usually every bait I ever put on, I've caught fish on. And I tell you what, if it wasn't for the bad weather we've been having, and the lake right now is mud. It's awful looking, guys. It's about the worst I've ever seen it. We've had so much rain. I know some of y'all are saying you need rain. We've had so much rain the last 2 or 3 weeks. The creek behind my house, the creek runs behind my house, and the lot beside of me, the house beside of me is waterfront. I'm not waterfront. I'm on the creek. The creek was out of its banks coming across the road a couple weeks ago. I mean, it made a mess. And what happened also through all that, I didn't find this out till last week. There was a beaver that was chewing on some stuff in the woods up the creek further, above the subdivision, and all that trash that he chewed up came down there, and we just had double culverts put in because that thing was overflowing there a lot with one culvert. They went back put 2 culverts in there this summer, bigger ones too, and it still overflowed. And everybody's in the neighborhood was like, why? Well, once the water calmed down, but they could see, the culverts were stopped up with beaver chewing, sticks and stuff. The old beaver dam must have washed out up a couple. It'd have to be about a quarter mile to be off the Tanglewood property or through some woods. We have a lot of woods in our subdivision. It's all woods behind me. I have deer in my yard a lot. I see foxes. Yeah, different critters. Because we have a lot of lots in here that have never been cut and they left wooded. So, yeah, something up creek stopped it up, so it overflowed. Well, all that was running down through, so means that it overflowed. That means it took a lot of dirt with it. It washed out one side of the culvert, actually the opposite side from what the water was coming from, because it came across the road and just took all that new dirt, and the dirt was new and rocks, because they just rebuilt it all. They had the big rock size your fist, took all that, they just washed all that out. Well, all that goes into the lake, right? So the lake is nasty looking. I don't think I've ever seen it that bad. I like some color to it. I don't mind it when it's a foot visibility. When it's only a foot and a half, the fish is usually really good here, and you can just slay them. But right now, it's awful. There's people trying to fish. Ain't nothing happening, I'm telling you. It's like they just got lockjaw. And the next thing is, the water's cold. The water's like 40 to 42 degrees. It's warm today. It was ice. I went down there to the boat ramp yesterday. I live on the same road the boat ramp's on. It's only about 150 yards from my house. I went down to the boat ramp, and it was froze over yesterday. So until we get some warm weather, which we had today, they got about 48, 49. Supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow. Right. And I think maybe even hitting 70, they said, Friday, but it's going to rain those 2 days, which ought to be a warm rain. If we get a 65, 70 degree rain, it's going to warm the lake up some more. So finally when it quits raining next week, I think it's supposed to rain through Sunday. Right, through Sunday. And if there's a break in it, I'm going to be out there, I can tell you. But that's going to warm the water, and the fishing should take off. All right? Hopefully, one of these days. Y'all ready? Here we go. 156. It was 185 last week. Hey, it was 182 2 weeks ago. I got the numbers right here in front of me. Like I say, you never know. I think it was 121 before that. Because a lot of times it gives us those big old high numbers, doesn't it? Okay, 156. Here's our number today. Let's see here. Fishing the Grenada Bug Flathead Minnow. And I was just trying to show y'all it was the baits was on the site too in the title and let y'all know what it's about. You're probably going to get something like that this week. In fact, I was thinking about shooting a little sub or something in a color. Maybe even shoot up a color where we don't sell it in. What do you think about that? That way you get something different. This Grenada Bug in this one should be a great color. It's Grenada Bug's working in clear water and stain. That should be a great one. All right. So 13, he's way under. That's Sam. He's way under. All right. He says he thinks the sub's going to be a good cold water bait. I think the sub's going to be good. I think it'll be good around brush piles and stuff. Because you can rig it either way. When you rig it flat, every time you move, the little 2 tails are going to go like this. Because it's got 2 little tails like that, and they got little ribs on them. All right. Jamie's way over. Yeah, Jamie, I fish Kerr some. You read my comment there. I don't get up there much as I'd like to. And it's not that far. It's only like 35, 40 minutes. This year, I'm going to try to get up there more, guys. It's just so easy when the boat ramp's 150 yards from my house, guys. Yeah, and I pay for that boat ramp by the year. In the subdivision, you got to pay to use that area. It's a picnic area and everything there. So 156, that's over. Yeah, these big high numbers, we can go across them. So it's hard for me to go. Scott, we're going to try you down here again. 112. It's hard for me to get in the truck and drive 45, 50 minutes when my engine don't even get warm. My truck, I got my boat in the water. Like I said, the creek here behind my house, and the boat ramp's at the end of the creek where the lake starts. All right, the number is 156. I'm repeating that for me. All right. Look at there. 154. Orlando. All right, he's going to be hard to beat, guys. 155 and 156 can only beat. Knock him out. 135. Okay, 133, 164 is over. 7, 8, 9. All right, well, that's pretty easy. All right, guys, Carl asked for my email. Carl, I haven't mailed to you either. You'll get mailed out Friday. I mail out on Fridays, guys, so if you don't get me your address on Thursday or by Friday morning, it's not going to happen until the next week. I have to run to the post office. Y'all know how that is. Talking about the post office and the mail being slow, we still got some Christmas cards way after Christmas, like a week or so. I seen a thing on the news last night, on regular news, where one of these post offices, I think it was in Missouri, had a picture of it, where they come in, back the trucks and unload the mail. Mail was stacked up. That whole thing was loaded completely full of mail. It must have been stacked up 6 to 8 feet tall. There wasn't an empty spot. You couldn't walk through it, like a wall of boxes and stuff. Yeah. That's what's happening sometimes. You could have something set in that box. If your package landed in that mess, it might be there a month, 2 months, whatever moves. I had a guy, a couple of y'all have ordered stuff, and I've sent it. And you go like, where's that? Where's it at? And I keep looking at the track number, and it says it's coming your way. That's what happens, guys. It gets to some of these mail places and sits there. And I can't do anything about it. Once I put it up there and it's going, and it gives me a tracking number and it says it's moving, that's all you can do. Now, I'll tell you what, I did have somebody lose a package about 3 months ago, and I talked to my postmaster, and he said, tell them to go on the computer, and they can spot it somehow. I can't remember what he called it now, but they can GPS spot it. He went back to his post office, and they done that, and he texted me back. He said, we found it. They dropped it off at the wrong house. So your postmaster can go, your local postmaster, if they made it that far, he can find it sometimes. I can't remember what they call that. I should go back and ask them again and write it down. But they know when they shoot that barcode, it tells them where they shoot it at. Okay, that's what it's about, right? See, when I take packages up here, and we have a blue mailbox. By 12:30 every day, they empty that mailbox and they shoot the package. So when they shoot your package here in my subdivisions, it's going to say shipped. You're going to go like, man, Dennis just sent me a thing at 11 o'clock, filled my order. 12:30, he done shipped it. That's right. That means she's got it. The postmaster, post lady, has got her hands on it. She shot it with her little gun, and it's on its way to the post office. When she leaves there, she goes straight to the post office. All right? So the next time the tracking will be on it is when it lands somewhere else. You know, at your post office, or here everything goes to Richmond. When it goes to Richmond. And this guy's package, I looked it up. He lives in Virginia. He lives down toward, I think it was down toward Johnson City area, Tennessee, that little corner of Virginia. His package went clean to Georgia and came back up. Why would they send it to Georgia? It went to Georgia and came back up to Virginia. Yeah, that's why it takes so long sometimes. They send your packets all over the country. So there you go. So I'm learning stuff by tracking these packages for people and So I kept an eye on his. Finally, it said it was delivered, and I emailed him. I said, you should have it now. That's all I can do, guys. Once it goes to the post office, all I can do is keep watching the tracking number, same as you do. All right? Now, if you use grounds shipping, it's got insurance on it. Now, I talked to somebody about that, and they said, well, Dennis, they won't pay through, you can't get the money. I asked the postmaster up here. He said if it's got grounds on it, and they're not going to pay you right away. If it's been 2 weeks, they're not going to say, well, it's been 2 weeks, we're going to pay your insurance on it. No, guys, it's going to take a while. They want to make sure it's not in a pile somewhere like I just told you about, just sitting there. So it might be 3 or 4 months before we ever get our money back. But he says they will pay the money. He said, but most of the time they find the package. They'll put somebody on that case. Yeah, they put somebody on it, an investigator. He'll try to find it. Like I told you, there's ways they can find it. They can go to where it was shot last. They know exactly where that label was shot last, and they'll go to that point and start looking for it. It could fell off the rack, it could fell off the cart, it could fell off the crack in the floor, being kicked around. Sometimes y'all get a package and it looks like it's been look like it's been around. I've got them like that. That's because it has been. It's been kicked around, dumped around. I ordered something from Bass Pro Shop right before Christmas, and it took 3 weeks for me to get it. And it should have been 3 or 4 days. It took 3 weeks. And when they got here, the package looked awful. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all, guys. I'll be trying to get these new colors on. I still got to make stock in the Fathead Winner and the Tennessee Shad Blue. I've only got a few. Everything else I have stock in. Everything I showed you, I've got stock in but that. And tomorrow, I'm going to be working on the glow colors. Yeah, we're going to have a glow color that in day it's one color, and you can shine a light on it, UV light or the sun UV, and cut the light off, and it's going to glow in the dark and be 2 different colors. Yep, we're going to make one color in that to start with and see how to sell. And I'm going to do it tomorrow, because here's what I'm thinking. As nasty as our water is right now, it might glow in that water. It might make these fish easy for those fish to find. We're going to find out. Hey, Dennis, Fish and Lake Country. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being part of Fish and Lake Country. Share it with somebody else. Tell somebody else about it. Tell a friend. Hey, if you ain't trying to win on Fish and Lake Country, you're messing out. This is what my site's about. My site's about baits, making colors, making baits, fishing with them, show y'all that they catch fish, and y'all giving y'all the opportunity to buy something that you can't get nowhere else. These new colors I showed you, I've seen nothing else around like those. Okay, and I go on around and look at other people's sites, looking, see what they got, making sure nobody's copying me. And I did find one person that made something pretty close to my Tennessee Shad, but he had orange flake and some other stuff in it. And I found that this morning. First time I ever seen that. Because I watch a lot of the bait makers too, guys. I'm always watching for colors. I want to see what colors they're using. And sometimes it's a color I don't have. I want to see what it looks like. And a lot of times I go, no, I don't need that color. I'm not interested in that color pigment. I'm interested in the color, see. Can I use that in a crappie bait? And I write it down and think about it. How could I use that color? I'm always thinking about colors in crappie baits. Because that's what I do. Hey, guys. Appreciate you. See you next time.